Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Royal Instinct, the channel that teaches you the importance of getting famous, of becoming a king, garnering attention, building your own kingdom. And why is this important? Well, basically, you're fucked. You're fucked because AI is here. It's 2024. AI is here. AI is going to replace most humans and their jobs. Um, People are going to be made redundant. People won't be able to make a living. People will suffer. The other thing that's coming is total surveillance by governments. People are going to be tracking what you're spending your money on, what you can and can't eat, where you can go, where you can travel to. And we may exist in each of our individual countries, whether it's the UK, the US, um, somewhere in Europe, Germany, Spain, Italy, wherever you are in the world, France. Um, but we live on those countries, but we exist online. Okay, our lives are now online. We live in the metaverse, and literally right now we don't. The metaverse, all it is just apps on your phone, right? So you are interacting with the world through an interface, which is your phone. But once the metaverse is here, and right, and it sounds, oh, this is crazy, but it's like Facebook are advertising this. They're telling you what they're doing. So metaverse is being created. You will be plugged in into this virtual reality, into the virtual world, and once you're there, you're insignificant. Okay, you'll be living your virtual life. You'll be interacting online. You If you want to do shopping, right? It's like if you want to go onto the internet, you're gonna have to do it via the metaverse, and that is where we're headed. And the only way to succeed online now is if you are someone who's seen online, if you are visible online. And to the way we become visible is by, well, you can see it. Like who are the most visible people on social media? Is social media influencers, people who have massive followings. It's important that you build your own following. It's important that you build your own network of people. In essence, you're building a kingdom. Okay, and that's where I come in. That's who I'm helping people with. I'm looking for 100 people who are interested in changing the course of humanity, who are interested in becoming famous, building their own kingdom, being part of a network of 100 kings, a royal network where you can make friends with other kings such as yourself, who have the best interest for the world, who want to make the world a better place. And the thing is, why become a king? Why is that important? Right? Shouldn't aren't all people equal? Like literally, if you want the best opportunities in the world, you need to become a king. And the decision is yours, right? Like you can decide to be a fair king, a king that shares with his citizens, with his subjects. But wouldn't you rather trust yourself to make the right decision than trust random people who might have nefarious um agendas behind the scenes? If you believe that you can trust yourself, if you believe that you have good intentions, it should be you who should be the leader of the world, the leader of a country, the leader of your kingdom. And that's who. And if you want the best opportunities in life, that's what you're gonna have to do. You're gonna have to be someone. If you want to date just the hottest girls in the world, you're gonna have to become a king. You're gonna have to become famous. It's like, why does Drake fuck all the girls that he fucks? It's because he's famous, right? If he was any other guy, yeah, people wouldn't look at him twice, right? Nobody cares what you look like. It's all about what you can do, the actions that you can take, the way you can bend the world to your will through your mind, through your speech, through your charisma. And that's what we're going to be talking about today. We're going to be talking about charisma. What is charisma? Charisma is a infectious personality. It's a way of communicating that instills confidence, intrigue, desire in people. Um, and if you have a charismatic personality, you are seen as someone who is special. You can use that talent. to then become famous, because famous people often are seen as very charismatic. Famous people are often seen as very charismatic people are seen as very special. People love a charismatic communicator. A lot of charisma is about communication, and I help my clients on royalinstinct.com to build charisma, to become a charismatic communicator, to become someone who can through their speech garner attention, become someone who's important. Um, and if you're interested in doing that, if you're interested in becoming charismatic, that's something I can definitely help you with. If you're looking to become a king, become famous, have the best opportunities in the world, have the best sex life that you can ever imagine, live a life of luxury, live the life of king, I decide that you should go build your own kingdom. And if you want, I can help you with that.
Getting a personality is like getting into Area 51 if the security guard was Helen Keller. It's really easy. Think about how easy it was when you were a kid.
He says it's very easy for people to have a personality, and everyone has a personality. Everyone has a personality, but most people don't know how to express it, right? How many people are depressed in the world? And what is depression? I've said it many times on this channel before. Depression is you not being able to express yourself. So depress, you're pressing down. So the world external forces is pressing you down, is containing you, is pushing your personality down. So you're not able to express yourself. People who are able to express themselves properly are seen as very charismatic. They're seen as very confident people. They're seen as very energetic people, and very happy people, because humans are built to express themselves, right? That's why humans love dancing. That's why humans love singing. That's why humans love talking, and just some sort of action, exerting themselves into the world. And if you look at all these worlds, exert, right, expression, they all start with the same couple letters, because you're pushing out into the world, right, instead of being depressed and pushing it down. Okay, so a lot of people, he says it's very easy because everyone's got a personality, but most people can't express that personality, and that is the key to achieving, unlocking that charisma that lies within everyone. They're not able to express themselves because they've never had the confidence to do so.
Entire personality would be like Harry Potter knowing frog facts and being good at Connect 4, and that was just how it was. An adult comes up to you and starts a conversation, and within 40 seconds, they know you as the Harry Potter Connect 4 frog kid. But now for some reason, you can't help but feel boring, because after the 82nd time in a row of not being able to name a single one of your interests and hobbies when asked, it might
Because for most people, that their lives suck because they are told to follow certain paths in life. And for example, if your dream was to become a musician, right, but you decide to study accountancy, to become an accountant, you're suppressing a part, you're pushing a part of you down that's very expressive, that singing part, to do this path of accountancy, which you have no interest in, but you force yourself to do it. Well, you're constantly whacking yourself with a stick instead of um, rewarding yourself with a carrot. Okay, so instead of allowing you to express yourself, you're depressing yourself to achieve this goal that you don't even want. And so what happens is most people get disconnected from themselves, from their true selves, and once you're disconnected, you can't access a personality inside you, right? Because, for example, if your interest is listening to music, that's not going to get you any closer to the goal of becoming an accountant, right? Whereas if your goal was to become a music instructor, a singer, right, and you listening to music is part of you, what your goal is. Do you get what I mean? So what you do has to be part of your personality. What you do has to be moving you towards your goals. And if you don't, you become disconnected from yourself. And once you're disconnected, you have no charisma, you have no personality, and you have no happiness because you're depressed. You've suppressed the part of you that had the ability to achieve happiness in life.
Start to feel like you just don't have any. But in fact, getting a personality is way simpler than advice on the internet makes it seem. Most people say, be yourself. But that's just extrovert propaganda, since extroverts can be interesting just by existing and using.
I mean, an extrovert and an introvert, um, the only difference between an extrovert and introvert is the level that they see themselves as important. An extrovert sees what they talk about very important, so they have no filter in what they express out into the world. Right, an extrovert expresses. An introvert holds on to it, whatever it wants to express inside. It doesn't allow itself to come out because it judges itself too much. So there's a part of where you have to just let go of self-judgment, where you have to let go of the fear of looking stupid, because no one gives a fuck anyway. Like, life's too short for you to hold on to these false narratives in your head. um, right, it doesn't matter. I'm an introvert when I'm inside, I'm an extrovert when I'm out in public with people. Right, it doesn't matter. You can move between the two. Yeah, you can be ver- you can be introvert, extrovert, fluid. Right, it is very fluid. um if you want to learn how to do that, if you want to be able to unlock that thing that's holding you back, it's very easily. It just takes a little bit of practice, but most people aren't willing to put in that effort because that very first couple of days that you might do it, you might feel a little bit silly, uncomfortable doing it. But if you can get over that little bit of uneasiness, a whole world of reward unlocks towards you. Women will think that you're the most amazing person in the world, that you're a very charismatic individual, and they would want to date you. They would want to sleep with you any opportunity they can, because they realize that you are someone who's special because you were able to unlock charismatic communication.
Social wizard tactics that an introvert may know about but can never execute. So, unless you're willing to switch sides, your next option is to go to Google, where you'll be directed to ads for personality tests, books to read, and advice to join a pottery class.
That book, How to Win Friends and Influence People, is one of the most well recommended self-help books in the world. I've read it when I was 10 years ago now. I think 2014 I read it. It's a good book. Does it make you into a charismatic person? No. Does it make you into an extrovert? No. Because the only thing, right, like you can consume as much self-help, as many books as you want, until you put it into practice and it becomes part of how you act, how you think. Unless it becomes part of you, you'll never be able to do that thing. For example, if you want to ride a bike, you can study how to ride a bike, but unless you physically do it and your body gets used to doing or balancing on two wheels, on pushing the pedals, or moving forward, right? Unless you get used to that, you're never going to be able to be a bike rider, ride a bike. So practice is very important. So the understanding of something isn't as important as the ability to do it. Okay, and it's the same thing with communication, right? It doesn't matter what you say. What's more important is how you say it, right? Like, if you're able to speak loudly, clearly, if you're able to enunciate your words, if you're able to captivate with your storytelling ability, is much more important than the actual information being conveyed. Because humans are very emotional creatures. Humans are very visual creatures, because you might have heard this phrase that all communication, 90% communication is body language. Because your eyes are taking in much more information than your actual ears. So the information being conveyed isn't as important as your ability to express it visually. And that's what I help my clients with. And they go from someone who's very shy, very introverted, to very expressive, loud, funny, confident people, right? And once you have that ability, then and you're building your kingdom, right? You're going to start behaving and acting like a king, right? You are the king. You are the prince who was promised. You are the savior of humanity. It is your destiny. This is why you're watching this channel. This channel, right, is this channel is designed to be a back call, right? To designed as a signal to the people who resonate with my message, who understand what's happening in the world, that we need more confident and charismatic people um, to take over from the fake celebrities that we have right now. These fake clowns. You know, what are KSI and Logan Paul adding to society, right? That they're making you buy the prime sugar drinks. Who they're not helping people, right? But we're about to be enslaved, right? We need charismatic leaders. We need people who are building their kingdoms and keep their citizens within and their followers safe. And that's why I hope you will be, if you believe that you are a kingdom, that you are a king and want to have a kingdom, if you want to live that high life, that rich life, drive Rolls Royces, Bentleys, Lamborghinis, sleep with the most beautiful women in the world, have beautiful children with your beautiful wife. The only way to do it now is to be seen as a king and have a kingdom. And the way to unlock it is via personality and charisma. And that is something that I specialize in. If you want my help, then you can reach out to me and we can help find a way for you to unlock all that potential that lies within you.
So here's the real answer. Personality can literally just be boiled down to the first few standout things people think of when they think of you. That kid who pushed you over on the playground in kindergarten? Mean. Sore loser. Always talks about WWE. That guy in cargo pants with exotic snakes who came to your school assembly to tell you snake facts? Cool. Dresses like Steve Irwin. Snake guy. Elon Musk. Rich. Eccentric. That's it. Adele. British. Good at singing, and probably really friendly. You'll notice that the more clear, memorable traits you can associate with someone, the more personality they'll seem to have.
I understand what he's trying to say, but again, he's trying to anchor visual things like what you wear, your mannerisms to a personality, and that can all be fabricated, right? But if you had a sincere belief of how important you are to the world, of what your destiny is, of what you're trying to achieve, that you are trying to be a leader, you wouldn't worry too much about these external factors, because once you are able to overcome the things that are holding you back, right, you're just unleashing natural communication that's coming out of you, right? So if you really love pasta, right, you wouldn't be afraid to say, oh, like if someone asks you what you want to eat, you go, oh, I want to eat pasta. You wouldn't be afraid to say it because it's a part of you. There's nothing holding you back. So now you become expressive, you're becoming extroverted, um, and you say it with so much conviction and confidence that your communication is louder, more charismatic, more clearer, and people then, because you have the ability to speak loudly and clearly and with conviction and passion, people will be like, oh, I want pasta too, because he's so adamant about pasta, he's so passionate about pasta that I want it too. Now you're becoming a leader. Now people are looking to you for guidance. Now people are looking to you um for advice. You become literally their decision maker in their world. People will follow you because they believe you have a better understanding of how the world works. If you want all these talents, if you want um, to be seen as a king, you need to be able to fully express yourself. And it doesn't just come with just being the cool snake guy, right? You need to become someone who's very visible, someone who's famous online. And, even he talked about Elon Musk and Adele. Adele's just a singer, right? But because she's a famous singer, right? People attribute, right, all this wealth towards her. People are willing to pay her money to go see how well she sings. There's people who sing better than her in the world, 100%. But because she was able to become famous and she's known, she's a recognized brand in the world. People are willing to pay her money, right? That could be you. Whatever your talent is, whatever your niche is, whatever you are good at, right? We can help you become a famous influencer online. We can help you start building your kingdom, be seen as someone important in the world, and then you, like Elon Musk, can become the wealthiest person in the world. You can overthrow Elon Musk because he's a fake. You can build your own spaceship and go to Mars or wherever you want to fucking go. But it'll be your choice because you had the ability. And why do you have the ability to do so? Because you made a lot of money, because you leveraged your fame and your know-how. But what was the key to doing that was unlocking your charisma, unlocking your potential, not being afraid to communicate your personality by being able to express what's inside of you. And that ability to express what's inside of you, and hopefully it's good. You have good intentions in your heart. Because the people who watch my channel and work with me are usually good people. They want the best for humanity. You then rise to the top, become a leader, and steer humanity to a better world, a better place, um, a safer environment for future generations, all thanks to the risk that you took to unleash your confidence. And it's very easy, it's just a change. It's just a little bit of practice and a change of thinking around yourself. Again, if this is something that you're interested in, if you want to build your kingdom alongside me, if you want to join the 100 kings that I'm looking for to take over the world, to take humanity to the next phase of evolution, to a better place, a better tomorrow, then go to royalinstinct.com and you can work with me and decide how we can unleash your full potential by unlocking your charisma.
Now, what does that mean for you? It means that no matter how many cool trips you go on to other countries, or how many books you read, or how many pottery classes you take, none of these things by themselves will give you a personality. At least, not in the way you care about. What you care about is seeming interesting to people.
See, most people in today's society believe that, if they do a lot of cool stuff, they'll be cool. But they're not cool because they're just vicariously observing stuff and not so they're taking things in, and it further depresses them because now there's a buildup of information, of experiences inside of them, but they're not able to express anything outwards. So unless you are comfortable with expressing, so you might have never done anything cool in your life, but if you have the ability to express your feelings inside of you, right, you'll automatically become someone who's very charismatic. See, a lot of people in today's world talk about stoicism and not and being emotionless, being very stoic, right? And all people end up doing is suppressing who they are and their personality, right? These types of philosophies that they're not going to make you rich. They're not going to benefit you. You might in the short term get something done, but you're only going to end up hating yourself because you're not expressing who you are. And until you're able to express what's inside of you, right, you're always going to feel depressed. That you're going to get this feeling in the pit of your stomach that's been pushed down, that's been kind of knotted up. The only way to overcome that, if you want to live a happy, fulfilled life, is you have to develop the ability to express yourself. And that doesn't mean you have to be this super funny, loud person, right? You might be someone who's very witty, very charming, just on a very subtle level. But that each individual is very different. And then what I help people with is we'll identify the nuances in the personality, the thing that makes them unique, and we work on that and how to express it. But it all comes from the ability to not being afraid of what you're saying, of what you're communicating, because it's a signal that you are willing to put your balls on the line, that you're willing to be a risk taker. However, we can overcome all that, and you'll be seen as a risk taker, but it will feel very natural to you. You will feel very comfortable doing it. If that sounds something that you were destined to do, again, you need to reach out to me, and together we can help you achieve your full potential.
People, having stuff to talk about, and having people remember things about you. And there's one easy way to do this. It's called the spike method. This is actually a trick used in college admissions to help regular students get into Ivy Leagues without needing to donate a building. So
So, so he's about to go into this trick that apparently helps people express the personalities, develop a personalities, or whatever. So this is some shitty little tactic that people who want to get into Harvard or an Ivy League will then Google, they'll find the tactic, they'll apply it, and now everyone's doing that tactic. Now that unique tactic doesn't work anymore, okay, because everyone's fucking doing it. And then most people are, if you was to do that tactic, they'll see it and be like, "Oh, okay, he's doing that thing." It's like pickup artistry. It worked for a while when it first came out. Then they wrote books about it, and then everyone was doing it. Then it didn't work. What we do here is much more unique. It's much more individual. It's just about taking away filters, taking away fears that are inside of you, and then just expressing what's already there. And then it'll be so unique, so different to what is already out there that we literally that you won't have any competition because you'll be so different in how you express yourself, in how your what your beliefs are, how that it will be totally different to anything that's ever existed before. Therefore, no one will be able to ever compete with you. AI will never be able to replace you, and you'll be so unique. You'll be so loved and revered for your bravery that you'll be elected as king. And then it's down to you to develop those leadership qualities to take humanity to a better place um, than where the elites want the world to go. Because the elites just want you in prison. They just want you they just want you to be stuck in the metaverse, bleed you of your resources until you can't produce anything anymore, until you have nothing left to give, and then you just wither away, sexless, without any family, without any love. If you want to date the most beautiful women, if you want to have as much sex as you ever wanted, if you want to stop watching porn, if you want to do no fap, the best thing to do is to become famous and then have just hot models throwing themselves at you, and then you won't be addicted to porn anymore. It's very easy. If you believe that that is the life that you want, that's the life that you deserve, then go to royalinstinct.com and reach out to me.
Let's say you like cleaning. Yeah, cleaning. It's just an example. Trust me for a second. You think cleaning is relaxing. You think it's interesting. Now, imagine you spend a decent amount of time every day cleaning, learning about cleaning methods, reading up on the latest cleaning lore, watching cleaning videos, maybe even save up to get a pressure washer and the dirt on people's driveways for money. Literally, in less than a month, you'll have put more experience into cleaning than 99% of people will ever have in their lifetime. Which means the next time you meet someone, you will be known to them as the cleaning expert. That might not sound exciting, but watch this. So what do you do for fun? Oh, I'm really into cleaning. I've learned so many cool things the average person doesn't know. Oh, like what? You wanna know the truth about robot vacuums? I've been feeling kinda bored lately. Not much to do. I can bring my pressure washer to your house and we could shoot the gunk off your driveway. Wow, that's...
I mean, is that the life that you want? If you right, like you want to become known for cleaning, so you pick something that you're not even interested in. What we do at royalinstinct.com is we pick something that you're already good at or you're interested in, and we help you become an expert in that field, right? So whereas this guy is trying to fake it, is that we pick things that you have a natural proclivity towards. Um, because it's truly it's the only thing that's left is if for you to become well known, for you to become famous. Like why does Elon Musk spend all this money, all this time being in the media? Because he recognizes how important it is to be seen in the world, how important it is to be someone who's well known, because that's the only way you get resources. It's the only way you get business opportunities. And for the next phase of humanity that's coming, it's the only way for you to survive, really. Because if you're not seen, if you're not rising to the top, you'll just be there with the other 8 billion people in the world at the bottom, um being told what to do, being told how you can spend your money, how you can spend your time, who you can go visit. They might even tell you who you can date. Or right, I mean 18 30% of men aged 18 to 35 are already sexless virgins, right? If you want to remain right? All the fucking ugly girls. If you want to stay a virgin or fuck ugly girls, then don't do nothing. But if you believe that you deserve better, that you are of royal descent, right? That you want to be famous, that you want to live the life of a king, you need to build your own kingdom. And if you want to build your own kingdom, then you need to build it alongside me and my other 100 kings that I'm looking for. And we'll build our own royal alliance, our own royal network, and we'll, as a group, rise together to the top and take over from this evil imposters who are taking the place where we should be sitting. They're sitting at our tables. They're living in our mansions. We are here to displace them. We are here to take over. If you believe that you want to be part of this movement, then go to royalinstinct.com. But that is it for today. Thank you very much.